I'm Jones.
And I'm Dave. We found out what the best tasting classic potato chip is.
So what's the best tasting kettle chip?
Two bald guys eat stuff and talk about it.
So this is part 2 of our 3-part series on potato chips. So the first week we told you what the best tasting original potato chip is. Now we move to kettle chips, and next up will be Ridges next week. So we got 4 different brands that we're going to try in a blind taste test, and you said that kettle chips is your favorite,
I love kettle chips, as long as they're not too greasy. They have just the right amount of salt, and of course I want a crunch.
Crunch, yeah. Crunch is the main thing what you expect on a kettle chip.
That's why I like the kettle chips.
So on a scale of 0 to 10 is what we're going to grade them on today. Again, we don't know what brand we're trying, but we'll hopefully give you guys some guidance when you go to the store to pick out a kettle chip.
Okay.
Number 1.
I really like these folded ones.
You like the folded?
Yep.
The double crunch?
Double crunch. Good for dipping.
This taste test might get a little bit loud.
What?
Exactly. So you like almost hurt your teeth, hard crunchy stuff,
These are
right?
perfect, yeah.
Whew, man. Definitely got a crunch.
You don't need to eat as many.
I will say these are less salty than our potato chip taste test last week.
These have a good potato flavor.
Yeah, very good potato flavor.
Sometimes they feel like they've been soaking on a sea of grease, and I don't like that. These were good.
Yeah, these aren't too bad. I'll go 7.
I'm going to go an 8.
Okay.
Good start.
Number 2. A bigger chip on this one. Whew, still just as crunchy.
A little louder. These are crunchier.
You think they're crunchier? We're talking louder for some reason.
Yeah.
You'll get permanent ear damage after this taste test.
Maybe because it was a folded chip.
They are pretty crunchy. Some of mine have puffy air pockets. I kind of like that.
Yeah, these have a different texture.
Salt content on these are a little bit less.
Yep.
Although potato flavor seems to be a little bit bitter on this one.
It is.
In the first video, we kind of explained how a chip got its name. Of course, because they slice a thin slice of potato off of it. In this case, they're kettle frying it. And that one I could definitely tell it's a potato. It's a slice of potato,
Absolutely.
right?
8.5.
Yeah, I went up slightly on that one too. The potato flavor.
Yeah.
All right, number 3.
Seems like a thinner chip.
Oh, it's thinner. Still pretty crunchy. It's interesting the nuances between the chips. This one has a different aftertaste.
It's getting more of an oil aftertaste rather than the potato.
It's kind of like the same aftertaste when you have a popcorn.
Yep.
That lingering flavor, whatever that is.
It's not really bad.
It's a vegetable oil or whatever it is. That one does seem like have more potato flavor than the one we just had too.
And I think just the opposite.
It doesn't have that, huh?
No, I'm getting the oil.
I kind of like oil. All right, you went down, I went up. I like the oil flavor.
Flip-flopping.
All right, last up, number 4.
These are a little thicker.
Not as much tooth enamel damage though.
No, I'm not picking up a lot of flavor yet.
This is pretty close to potato chip flavor.
There we go. Yeah.
But it's really light.
This is probably one of the lightest kettle cooked chips I've had.
And it's super light on the flavor too.
I think a lot of people might like these because there's people out there that just don't like the kettle chips. These are kind of a hybrid.
Slightly different aftertaste on the salt too.
The salt is more prominent on this one.
Yeah, I want a 7 on this one. I think if you want a kettle chip, you want a kettle chip. This is kind of a blend. All right, one of our smallest blind taste tests with only 4 brands. We did have a clear winner on this one though, and that was the Lay's Kettle Cooked.
Simple potato flavor.
So potato, a good salt content, and super crunchy. Right, that's what you're looking for in a kettle chip.
Now there's a lot of regional brands out there that are kettle cooked chips, like Sturzings are popular.
Yeah, and there might be some variations in your local county markets, but we picked 4 brands that are widely carried in all of our different
stores. These are going to be everywhere.
So, Lay's, of course, you can find us #1 brand in America when it comes to chips. Kind of surprising that it lands at the top on a kettle chip, because we figured it would be a little bit flavored, they would dumb it down for a mass audience.
Yeah.
But in this case, it was pretty good.
Those are good.
Two bald guys eat stuff and talk about it.